Boom boom, how's it going? How's it going? It is I, your boy TJ, and today I'm going to be talking particularly to people that are wanting to be in the franchise business. I did some homework and I just went through to see a whole lot of things around franchising, and I was like, well, is franchising for everybody? And is there money in franchising? But before we do that, I just wanted to jump into an article that I read recently. So I'm going to be looking at you, but looking at on my computer here also. And this article here, you can actually check this article in the description. I've put it in. It is from the Business Insider. I like reading that online newspaper because I think it's always giving me some form of insider information in terms of what is happening in the business. So having said that, right? If you were to jump in right in the description, you should be able to see the link of this article that I'm talking about. Basically, this is someone who went out to write in the Business Insider South Africa, and they said their topic was Big Bang. How much will it cost you to open your own chicken restaurant takeaway franchise in 2021, right? So how much is it? How much does it cost you to open a Nandos, a KFC, a chicken Licken, and potentially any other small chicken franchise in South Africa? And this guy here goes on to speak about a whole lot of things that are there. Andrew Thompson, that's his name actually. Yes, I got him. And he published this article sometime in August. So it's a very fresh something. He's done some work for us. And I want you to actually think about this because I think this is quite cool. Remember, I'm always talking about what can you do to increase your passive income. So is buying a franchise, can it become one of those passive income for you? I think so. I think so. What are the ups and downs to it? I don't know because I've never really owned one. But let's think about it and see. Let's jump into it, right? And try to see what Andrew was saying here. So he says here, so in South Africa, chicken is the most popular dish, right? He goes on to say, well, opening up a chicken Licken, Nandos, KFC in 2021 can easily cost upwards of 5 million. 5 million rand. It reminds me of the 5 million rand that I lost in chickens when I was doing chicken farming. But this is on the other side of the chicken, when the chicken is available and now it can go out to market. All right. Now, okay, let's go on here. At average, one person eats 33 kgs of chicken. So it basically means that there is a market for it, isn't it? But I know I eat more chicken than that. But let's go on, all right? Let's start to talk about chicken Licken, right? It's been around for the last 40 years. They've been around. They've got a number of shops in South Africa, actually, right? And they're saying that in 2021, a full store currently costs 4.8 million rand. Whereas one with a drive-in, right? So we all like the drive-in, you know, that Friday evening, you don't want to come in there. A drive-in will cost you 6.8 million. That's what they're saying here. And you also require an upfront franchise fee of 180,000. And then they're going to charge you a management fee, they call it, which is a 12%. And you can do this anyway. Let's talk about my favorite one, Nandos, right? Why am I telling you this? I want you to be aware of the things that are out there that you can jump into, and you can do your comparisons to say, okay, what am I comfortable to do? Can I do this? And by the way, if you're thinking about this, it means that you're thinking about business, you're thinking about passive income, you're thinking about alternative to maybe where you are employed right now or something like that. But the bottom line is that franchising can become an alternative to starting your business. You're starting, but why is it important for you to go into a franchise? Number one, it's an established business. Number two, they've got the recipes correct. Someone has tested that recipe and now they're going to give it to you, isn't? Okay, good. And then number three, you're going to get the training and then they're going to support you around it. And number four, you're always going to have a big brother, someone to go in and ask the questions, the hard questions. It's not working for me. Can I do it this way? And number five, the best part for me is it's tried and tested. Well, at M5 Property Addicts, we have done the same. Round about 30 franchises were recently opened at the mid-halfway this year, and all of these have taken on M5 Property Addicts as a business, and they've gone out and they've now opened up their own M5 Property Addicts under their own brand name, and they are now doing investments for themselves. But hey, this is not about M5 Property Addicts. This is about the other franchises that you can get that are available today and how much they would cost you. Right, let's jump on to my favorite one, Nandos. Yeah, my wife at one point when we were boyfriend and girlfriend, she was like, hey, every Friday Nandos, no. So here we are. But anyway, Nandos, they've got 1,000 Nandos in the country. Are they not oversaturated maybe? Remember this article, you can get it in the description down below. Okay, so they've got 1,000 shops around the country. Some of them are drive-thrus and things like that, okay? They've got a good, solid track record, adequate funds. And hold on, so Nandos is saying that for you to come in to be a franchise with us, they're not just looking for anyone. They're looking for a type of a person who's got a good flair of business, right? So they're looking at the character of the individual before they say, yes, here is the license, you can go and open your own shop. There's an application form of 25,000. Okay. And then there's a franchisee fee of 250,000 that you need to pay upfront, right? This will cover all of your legal costs, your issues, and all the other essentials. At this time, you don't have a shop, right? Now, the cost is approximately 3.7 million plus VAT. Okay, right. And then you also need working capital of 500,000. All right. Bearing in mind, they still want you to come in, and on top of that, they want you to work on that business. On top of that, they're gonna get a portion, obviously, of the management of your business, which is they're wanting a 12% here, right? Right, let's jump onto another business, KFC, right? KFC, at a point, everyone was like, KFC is the thing, right? In South Africa, how many shops do they have? 914? Yeah, 914. The article did say 914. I'm looking at it now, right? Historically, we all love KFC. I'm not a fan of KFC. I don't actually remember ever having KFC. I think I had KFC once and it backfired, like literally backfired. I was like backfiring the whole night. But it's not for me, but for other people, it's good. It's finger licking good. Yeah, all right. Okay, so they have just below 1,000 shops. Okay, so which means that there is space. Right, there is space because Nandos have 1,000, okay, right? Now, how much do you need? An upward of 6 million. Woo-wee! Okay, all right. Now, these are the big players, right? In the property industry, this is your big funds, right? Your growth points. So, how can we compare where we are today with the growth points? I'm just bringing this in relation to property, to something that we know. If you've got this kind of money and you are wanting to do a franchise in here, this is where my views are. Well, before I jump onto my views, let's look at other franchisees that are out there. Or they've got one here that is called Africa Flame Grilled Chicken. I've never seen them anyway. Maybe it's because I'm not in KwaZulu-Natal. They've got another one here called Barcelos. I've seen Barcelos once, mainly in the south. They've got 138 shops. Actually, 138 is just not in South Africa. It's in 20 countries. And in South Africa, it doesn't say how many here. Approximately, you need 100,000, okay? Joining fee of 150,000 and 100,000, another 100,000 for your stock, right? To make sure that your shop is running well. And the franchise itself, it requires a total investment of 950 and 1.4 million. And 1.4 million. Okay. Bed and Company. I don't know these ones. They do a mix of chicken and pizza in it. Chicken Bar. I don't know these ones. Chicken Express. I think I've seen them somewhere. And franchise must pay a joining fee of 125,000 and around 1.3 for your franchisee, that is Honjo's Flame Grilled. I've never seen them. Pedro's, I have seen them. They are in Cape Town and Gauteng in KwaZulu-Natal. They are on 2.5, right? A joining fee of 100,000. And it goes on and it goes on, right? So what's the reason of sharing all of this with you? Well, here is the thing. If you are going to buy this franchise, or you're going to be joining this franchise, which a lot of people have done in the past, awesome stuff, do that. That's a great initiative. And what you're going to get, remember, you're going to actually rent a shop. Okay, you're going to rent a shop. From renting a shop, you're going to be paying rent, and then you're going to have people that are going to be working for you, and you're going to start turning that money. The guys who have, I think one of the successful ones has been Nandos, in my view, right? Because we can see 1,000 chickens, but also KFC. It's been great. But here is something else. I want to make a twist in this one, right? On this business here, you don't own any assets other than it's not actually assets, it's your tools within the shop, right? Now, if you are to join in the franchisee of M5 Property Addicts, what you're going to be getting is, yes, you're going to get the same training for you to be able to own your own shop, which is your own property investment business. You see where I'm going with this, right? And then on top of that, you can have all the necessary skills, and you don't even need all those millions, and you open up your own shop in terms of looking at everything that has been done in M5 Property Addicts. You can literally jump in and you can start your own business. What is it? Is it in chickens? No, it's not. It is in property investments, right? At the beginning of the year, my partners and I were thinking, how best can we make this accessible to everyone? How best can anyone actually open up a franchise of their own property investment? This is about creating businesses, and I figured, well, we started talking about it and we put something together, and round about 30 businesses, and we can just call them franchise for now. We're just making a comparison here with the franchises. They have been opened already this year. Guys are making money in their own business. And what they have done is they came through to M5. What did they do with M5? They took the skill that we've got. So we gave them the training. We given them the support. Yes, they paid franchise fees, right? To start off their business. And at the moment, what they do have is a business that is fully functional, and now they can go out there and open up an ABC, or they can open up a Turbo PTY, and with that, they now have their own solid business that they are running in, and with that, they are able to put money on the table. Now, in the future, that business belongs to them. In the future, that business, they can carry it on to their families. Now, if I look at any of these KFCs, Nandos, and all of those things, well, there is a big brother, and the big brother is KFC and Nandos. Who is the big brother here? You are the big brother. What are the pros and cons that has happened in recent times around franchisees? Quite a lot, right? But I'm not downplaying them. What I'm telling you, or what I'm trying to bring to your awareness, is that With all these franchises, some of them we've spoken about, yes, you're going to get the skill to run the shop and things like that. I'm all about, hey, we can do the same for you on the other side, but basically what you're getting is something different. It is the skill to be buying assets. Those assets belongs to you. You can then be able to manage that just like you'll be managing a franchise. But here, you are making money twice. It's not just the sales, but you are also making money with the rentals. On top of the rentals, you are making money on the equity and the appreciation of the properties that you're buying. And you don't need the millions. You do need a startup cost and investment, just like the franchisee one. You do need that. But this might not be for everyone. If it is for you, then if you've been considering any of these guys, then the other alternative is available. And my team and I, we are always happy to have people that will come and join us and we can talk about it. This is all about investment. This is all about business, creating your solid business so that you, your kids, your future generations, they will have a starting point. My name is TJ. I'll check you out on the next video. But before I go, if you're one of those people you're saying, TJ, I want to start this. This is what I want to do. This is the business that I want to do. Then in the description, you can jump in and click on the link that says join M5 Enterprise and we will see you or we will have the conversations with you. Check you out on the next video.